So the market cap is $2.168 trillion. And now the market, oh, it went to zero.
GM, welcome back to the channel. In this one, running through the shopping list of altcoins, looking to pick up here over the next couple of weeks, really, in the month of September. So without further ado, let's just jump straight in and look at the reasons why and levels I'll be bidding. So first up, we have Fantom. FTM is the ticker. We know this one has a rebrand. Spoke about it in yesterday's video. If you haven't seen that, do check it out. As you can see from the chart here, posting higher lows here. That is the August the 8th nuke. Then most recently, 7th September, another low formed. Would be nice to see this actually break this previous high, but I do think with the weakness we're seeing for BTC, it could well come down, dip into this box somewhere between like 43 to 46 cents, not too far away at this moment. And I'd be happy to pick up some more FTM, and hopefully it posts a higher low once again than this kind of region at around 37 cents. Now, Hoeen posted this earlier as well. This is quite a sexy looking chart, as he states, Fantom versus BTC. And you can see from this downtrend, broken, comes up, a really bullish move up, then against Bitcoin here, comes down, pretty much retests the trend line, and it started to send once again. So it's showing strength versus Bitcoin. Of course, what you want to see is altcoins that are doing well now, positioning here for Q4 primarily. These ones do have catalysts as well, with the Sonic upgrade, obviously, for Fantom here. Makes a lot of sense that if we have a bullish Q4, the ones that are starting to show strength now will continue to outperform. In terms of a token, if you are holding the FTM token, you'll be able to convert that into S, the new token for Sonic, on a one-to-one basis. If you're on an exchange, they're going to probably do that automatically for you. And there's going to actually be like a two-way bridge where you can actually convert FTM into S and also S back into FTM. There's going to be flexibility for a while until they switch off that kind of two-way function into a one-way function where you can only migrate FTM into S at that point. Now, what they've talked about here in this blue highlight is that the Sonic chain will be essentially a new type of chain. It's going to be kind of a layer 1, but with the features of a layer 2, with its own Ethereum layer 2 bespoke bridge being built, which will allow people to transfer assets in from ETH onto the Sonic mainnet. And this is where they're quite Ethereum aligned, and they're hoping to bring in vast amount of liquidity and users from Ethereum into the Sonic chain. And they quote down the bottom, Sonic chain isn't just an L1 or L2, it's the first chain of its kind to provide the best of both worlds. And they're going to have, of course, high throughput with Sonic pumping out some big TPS, around 2,000 transactions per second. There is a slight increase in the max supply up to 3,175,000,000 tokens, up from the current, I think it's somewhere around here. And there will be an annual inflation rate of around 1.5% that was voted on via governance for the future developments of the chain as well. So slight change to the token dynamics. Not a huge amount of overall inflation and dilution to come. There will be a little bit, but comparative to a lot of L2s out there, this will be not a lot in my humble opinion. So the kind of bet here for Fantom is this one's going to be a real mover into Q4 with the Sonic release, and the fact that the Sonic release can't really be fully priced in beforehand, although there may be a bit of a salvo news, we never know. But the actual upgrade occurs once that deadline passes, and then you're going to be able to experience this kind of environment that may be a lot more akin to the likes of Solana in terms of its fast speed and overall nice usability. Then here we have Tarot, and Tarot is a money market that is expanding into a trading venue as well over on the Fantom network. This has a market cap of just $10 million, and as you can see, it's putting in higher lows here, and it's kind of creeping its way up as interest is growing around Sonic. Now, people are asking, what is TNX? So this is going to be the upgrade for Tarot that is going to actually moon mission it potentially. So with the upgrades to Sonic network, with the huge throughputs, sub-second finality, and very low transaction costs, it's going to mean we have an environment where TNX can actually be launched, and this will offer the first truly decentralized and non-custodial, fully on-chain EVM-compatible order book for spot margin perps and more potentially options in here as well. So essentially bringing you a centralized exchange feel with all the bells and whistles, but on-chain, because you're going to be able to do that with the network upgrade. So what we've seen is essentially Fantom are promoting some of their OG protocols, of which Terra is one. And I believe they're going to push this thing. So I think this is a decent pick at just a 10 million market cap. In terms of where would I want to buy this, you're looking for a bit of a retest of the blue line here, somewhere around maybe like 14s, 15s, if we get a nice further dump around on BTC. Then next up we have Aave, which is one of the strongest coins in the market at the moment, especially in the top 100s. Recently it's had this breakout, and you can see this kind of a long consolidation. This is May 22, so huge consolidation under this level between like $50 all the way up to around 123. Bit of a fake out earlier in the year in March, did actually come back down, but more recently it has broken out and retested this line, which was the previous resistance, flipped it to support, and we just hit 150 as of yesterday. So $150 for Aave, now trading at 146. So if I were to bid this thing, I would like to see another retest of this region at 123, and I think I'd be happy to own some Aave at that point. But as it stands, not got a position because I didn't get in early enough on this one. But Aave, it is the DeFi OG, pretty much synonymous with DeFi at this point. So if people are looking to make a DeFi bet, I think Aave is just the obvious choice here. Has product market fit, it's Lindy, it's secure and safe. People park a lot of money on there, huge TVL, etc. So I think people are comfortable with holding Aave. And you can see from this guy's chart he posted, just huge boring phase of the plateau after a bear market, and then the early signs of momentum are starting to show here, with Q4 potentially being a big quarter for Aave. You've also got it versus Bitcoin here. Anson posted this chart where you can see it's broken this downtrend line, popping its head up here. Looks pretty damn good at this moment. So Aave currently at 146, would like to buy around 120s if possible. So we have Aave with a $2 billion market cap, rather large price tag. But we have a money market on Solana, the leading money market, Kamino here, with a market cap of $67 million. Now, yes, it does have a larger FDV, somewhere around 500 mil. There's a lot of inflation to come, but that is coming later in 2025. So again, a bit of a Q4 play in my mind here for Kamino as the Aave on Sol. As you can see, pretty much similar structure here. We're posting these higher lows along the way. Following the blue trend line here, we would like a bit of a regression to this, somewhere around, low 4 cents. And I'll be very happy to pick up even more of this token. I do already own quite a bit, but I would like to add a final clip in here. Now, this one launched via airdrop. This also was the second airdrop here. As you can see, the price action tells you people sell the airdrops. 8 cents is kind of the line in the sand then. We're going to fill out this space, hopefully, continue up the blue trend line, and then the party will start once we can break those contract highs early on from around 8 cents, which was back in May of 2024. Now, Aave is kind of this safe money market everyone loves to use because of the fact it's so lindy. However, being on Solana, Kamino can offer a lot more. They're doing leverage LPs, you can lever up on things like JLP, you can utilize flash loans through some of their looping strategies and more. And due to the environment which it's on, and the fact they've now had this whole V1 release, which has gone well, it's been safe, audited like 10 times, into Kamino Lend V2, they're going to add more features here. Now, the two features, first one is going to be spot leverage. So this is going to move from just a simple money market into a trading venue as well. So a real DeFi hub and trading terminal potentially here for Kamino. So it's going to change its kind of shape here. What they're suggesting is they'll be able to offer vastly lower fees than current perps environments. You can actually gain yield on your collateral due to the fact that it's a wider money market. There will also be soft liquidations and things such as prevention of scam wicks and stuff like this. So what they're saying is they think there's a big gap in the market for people who want to take on low leverage. I'm sure this is quite true. A lot of people probably would be comfortable doing like a 2, maybe 3x levered long over like a 6-month period on the likes of something like Bitcoin. and then just seeing how that plays out and not paying an arm and leg for that leverage, which if you're on a purpose exchange, you're on Binance or something, the funding rate might eat you alive. So their kind of offering here is they think they can offer what people want, but at a more competitive price, all on chain. So this is going to become a bigger trading venue, and they're also going to have a lending order book. Essentially, this will allow people who want to lend, people who want to borrow, to express what they want and maybe even suggest at what percentages they're willing to pay APR-wise for the privilege of borrowing or lending. Kamino Lend V2 rolls out in Q4 2024. So again, bit of a Q4 acquisition here of altcoins, and expecting maybe we'll sell a bunch of these prior to Christmas. Then last but not least, we have Bittensor Tau. This is my main AI bag, and I think AI is surely going to have a huge bubble in the crypto market this cycle, as it's going to have so much attention on it from the real world. AI is just one of the biggest things to happen, kind of like this third industrial revolution, if you will. And I think Tau is going to be one of the market leaders here. So what we know about Tau, it was a fair launch protocol. A lot of people really align themselves with that kind of thing. If you're just looking at it from a TA perspective here, it does look like it's putting in a bit of a bottoming formation here. Maybe this has to eke out a bit longer, and this kind of region of around 200, say 200 and change up to 230 seems to be a level at which this is getting quite a lot of bid. Even people on the All In podcast have been mentioning they're looking into Tau. So you can imagine that this thing in a more raging bull market and with an AI hype wave will do exceptionally well. So I think it's like around a 2 billion market cap, can go a lot higher. Now, what could kickstart the next leg for the AI coins? Potentially what we're going to see is ChatGPT 5 released around November. So again, Q4 for that. And not to forget, so this is what Alo posted earlier, AI will be attractive to retail. Tau has the strongest cult, which is very important in crypto. Cults bring in a lot of people, bring a lot of attention, and they have the most subnets, and they continue to increase with their number of subnets. So lots of organic developer activity on there. Super interesting, very ambitious, and this looks to be a certain cook for the AI bags. If you want to keep up with Tau and what is happening, check out the BLOCMATES podcast here, Tau Talk. There's only been 2 episodes so far, so you wouldn't be too far behind. Listen to both of these, really enjoyed them. As someone who's not super clued up on AI, it's kind of at a decent pace just to keep you informed as to what is happening with these various subnets and how Tau is developing. So it gives me a lot of confidence in the investment decision here, and I'll be looking to add more to the bag here at around 230s or less if we are given it. So that is the kind of playbook over the next couple of weeks here in September. Build these positions in these coins that are mentioned and look for maybe a later Q4 kind of time frame to be selling these bags, as I think the catalysts may have played out by then. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.